The Dice Odyssey! Hey there folks, welcome to the Dice Odyssey. I'm Kaz, and today we're going to be talking about a 2 to 6 player bluffing game. I'd like to call it gamer's poker in a sense. I mean, I can't think of a much better term for it than that. Coup. Now, in this game, if you've ever played the Resistance, it takes place in that same universe of lies, deception, and, just intrigue in general. We're all a bunch of power-hungry billionaires sending out, our agents of destruction, but instead of doing like all-out warfare, right, we're actually trying to do underhanded techniques, things like doing assassinations and undercutting people at the table by stealing money and so on and so forth. And your whole objective is to destroy everybody else at the table, be the last person standing, and you do this by convincing the other players that you have a better hand than they do, and they're going to be lying to you at the same time, or will they, about their own hands, right? So that's pretty much how the game plays. Let me get it over to the table, show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you my final thoughts on it. Each turn, you're going to be able to take one action, okay? Now, that action could be one of several things on here. Forget all these others for a second. Let's focus on the things that happen no matter what you have. You can take income. That would be 1 coin, okay? That would go into your pile. It cannot be blocked or challenged. You can take foreign aid. Now, that's going to be 2 coins. The issue with this is this can actually be blocked by a player claiming to be the Duke. That's one of his special abilities. We're going to get into special abilities here in a moment. Now, the other thing is you can do what we call a coup. When you have 7 coins, you can actually choose a player to lose one of their influences or one of their cards. That can't be blocked or challenged. Now, if you have 10 or more coins, you have to coup. Like if it comes around to your turn and that's what you end up with, you must do the coup then. Okay, so those are the actions that you can actually take. It doesn't matter what characters you actually have secretly. Now, let's go through each particular power. For example, the Duke, he can actually take 3 coins from the treasury, and like we said before, he can block the foreign aid. The captain can steal 2 coins from another player. He can also block someone stealing from him. The assassin, this one can actually pay, you can actually pay 3 coins to assassinate another player, but if that other player has what we call the Contessa, this person actually can block the assassination, okay? So it's kind of like a shield against that card. And then you have the ambassador. This one can exchange cards with the actual deck and block stealing. So if you have a captain or an ambassador, both of them can actually block stealing from another player. So that's in general what the cards actually do. Example, let's say player 1's like, hey, I want to take some foreign aid, which is going to be 2 coins, okay? Now, this can be blocked if somebody claims to have a Duke. They take their 2 coins, but while they're taking it, player 2 says, I have a Duke. I'm blocking you taking that. And so they're like, I don't know if I want to challenge that or not. Because see, if they challenge it and player 2 does not have the Duke, player 2 loses 1 influence. Yeah, I'm going to challenge it. So they have to show their card. Boom. Because player 2 was telling the truth and they actually had a Duke, player 1 now has to choose a card to lose. So now they've lost an influence. It gets shuffled back into the main pile. And now player 2 gets to go. Player 1 not only loses the money but lost that influence as well. And then the cool thing is player 2 gets to draw a new card that gets shuffled back into the deck, okay? It doesn't mean they've lost anything, but they get to draw another card, which is really cool for them. Now, player 2 says, hey, I've got a Duke. I'm going to take 3 coins because the Duke can do that, okay? Now, what happens if somebody challenges that? Well, if they challenge it and they have a Duke, well, that person loses the influence. But right now, nobody's going to challenge it. So they've got 3 extra coins. They've got, I think, 10 coins here. They're going to have to use a coup next turn because they now have the maximum number of coins they they have to have before they have to do a coup. Now, this cat, number 3, is saying, hey, by the way, player 2, I'm going to take 2 of your coins away because I have a captain. Now, player 2 goes, I don't know about all that. I'm going to challenge you to it. And let's take a look. Oh, so player 3 did have a captain. Legit. This person's going to have to lose a card, okay? And by the way, take a look. They did have a duke, but that doesn't matter now. They lost an influence because they failed the challenge when they actually challenged player 3. And again, player 3 now is going to go ahead and reshuffle, get another card out, which is really cool, all right? Now, it comes back to player 1. Player 1 says, you know what? I'm scared somebody might have a duke. I'm just going to take a little income. This cannot be blocked. 1 coin, okay? So now they have 1 coin. And now that's the end of their turn. And player 2 goes, all right, I'm going to choose somebody to coup. And they have to take 7 of their coins and actually say, all right, I'm going to go after player 3. And player 3 has to choose a card to get rid of. They lose an influence. And now everybody's got 1 card left. So again, you get the idea. It's all about bluffing. It's all about trying to, again, live inside somebody's head to make them believe you or make them, fall into your trap. And again, that's pretty much how the game plays. It revolves round after round after round until, last player standing wins. Coup has been extremely popular in recent years. It's had a few different editions come out now. It's had expansions. This game in particular in my game group has been very popular. I can honestly say it is a great filler. It is an awesome game of intrigue. If you've ever played, and I said this at the beginning, if you've ever played anything like The Resistance or Deception, Murder in Hong Kong, you kind of know what you're getting into with this game. But in the difference, though, is that you're going to have a hand of cards. Like I said, it's like gamer's poker. You're sitting there and you're trying to, I guess, live rent-free in somebody's head, right? You're trying to convince them that you've got a better hand than they do. Oh, yeah, man, go ahead. You want to try to assassinate me? Sure. But by the way, I have a Contessa. Well, you told me earlier that you had a duke and you also had a, whatever else or a captain. You had me under that impression. Yeah, but I got you thinking that, didn't I? So why don't you go ahead and try to assassinate me and see what happens to you? You can get people to back down. It's all about mind games, right? Just like poker, you're trying to bluff your way out of things. And sometimes you may be doing a double bluff. You may actually be making them think that, and then you go, hey, I want you to try me. Try me. Go ahead. Test me, see what I've really got. And then they lose because you were not lying to them actually about what you had. You were lying earlier about having a duke, So yeah, the game in and of itself, I hate to say it, it encourages lying, but the fact is that's the game. You're having fun. You're sitting there you're not really playing the game so much as you're playing the people across from you, just like in poker. You're playing the guy across from you. And so the fact is, if you're wanting something that's quick, this game can play in 10, 15 minutes, It's good because you can play up to 6 players, so you can have a nice little round table, and before you can actually get into a bigger game, right, you get to actually throw this game in the mix, and it's fun, fast. Yes, you can tick somebody off in this game. Yes, I've had people shout at me and get mad at me because I bluffed them out, or I've gotten a little frustrated myself. You don't want to be the angry gamer, but at the same time, great game for that. And again, the tension is so high at times. And that could be a drawback for you because there may be gamers, and I've had people like this. This is sometimes where I won't pull this game out if I know I've got somebody there or even a few people there who do not like lying in a game. And yes, some game groups have this, right? I've been in several that have had some of that, where people don't feel like lying or they don't want to sit here and act in a way contrary to what they actually have in front of them in their hand. You know what I mean? Some gamers prefer games where they can just be straightforward about it, like a Euro game or, New York 1901 or Ticket to Ride or something like that. They don't have to bluff their way out of things. So that could be really the main drawback to this game if you don't have a group that really works with that. But if your group is used to the Resistance, Deception, Murder in Hong Kong, Bang the Dice game, anything like social deduction in any way, an intrigue, then I think this game is for you. What do I give this on my beard rating scale? I would give this I think I give it a full beard. I would say this is an 8, maybe an 8.5. Great game. It must be in your collection if you are somebody who likes these type of games like Werewolf or anything like that. Anyway, that's Coup. Great game. Go out and get it. That's going to be all for me. Thank you so much for watching the Dice Odyssey videos. Please like and subscribe. And hey, share the video if you liked it. And we appreciate you. You have a blessed day and game away.